Be a better singer today. Hi. Be a better singer today. Hi. I'm Gregg Lancer. In the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to inform you and demonstrate to you the proper way to breathe when you sing. Proper breathing is the foundation for better singing. And now, you may not know this, but there's actually 2 ways to breathe. One is to sing, and the other one is just for daily living. I'm going to demonstrate both of them to you. I'm also going to introduce to you the enemy, or the air blocker, but I'm going to show you how to deal with him. Now, allow me to demonstrate. Your lungs are shaped kind of like a pear, the smaller part on top and the larger part on the bottom. Okay? Now, the smaller part is up here behind the chest, and the larger part is down here in the mid-torso behind the stomach. Okay? Understand that. When we take in a breath, we all have a tendency to naturally expand the chest area and raise the shoulders, right? Watch. I do it, you do it, we see people do it all the time. Right? But think about this. If the larger part of the lungs are behind the stomach area in the lower torso, then shouldn't that area naturally expand as we take in a breath? Absolutely it should. But why doesn't it? It doesn't. Well, for most people it doesn't. But why do you think that is? Well, my theory, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way of breathing, which is actually unnatural for us, and I'm going to prove this to you. Now, get yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting down or lying down. I'm going to turn sideways to make it easier for you to see. So I'm going to ask you to put one hand on the chest and one hand on the stomach and take in a breath. Notice what my hands do when I breathe. Watch this hand up here. That's the hand on my chest, not doing anything, is it? Now the hand on my stomach, if you can see this. See the movement there? That's natural breathing. That's the way our bodies were designed to breathe. Now, think about this. Let your brain understand what we're doing here. We all have a natural tendency to shift our breathing into more chest and shoulder movement than stomach movement. Why do you think that is? It's basically a bad habit that we have all developed. My theory is that we are so image conscious that we don't really want anyone to see us sticking out our stomachs. So we suck in when we breathe in, which is just the opposite of what we're supposed to do. Now, what we're doing is we're breathing with our stomachs. Now, no air is really going inside the stomach, but I just like to say breathe with your stomach, just to kind of get your head to focus on, oh yeah, that's the area we're supposed to move and not the chest. Since the larger part of the lungs are filling and expanding and therefore pushing out the stomach, they will make room for the air. That makes sense, doesn't it? It's common sense, really. Now, imagine a balloon inside your stomach. This is what you need to do. Imagine a balloon inside your stomach inflating as you inhale, deflating as you exhale. That will help you. That's actually, essentially, mental imagery, and it really does work. Now, in order for you to sing better, you need as much breath as you can get without any strain. And if you breathe properly with your stomach and not your chest and your shoulders, then it will be more comfortable and more natural for you. So no more sucking in the tummy when you breathe in. Okay? We agree? Now I mentioned the enemy. This is the guy who wants to block your airflow. Introducing the larynx, which is actually in the voice box. Your esophagus is a tube. Air flows in and out. But the larynx wants to creep up here and do a few things. He may block it so that food doesn't go down your windpipe, or he may just block it so that not much air comes through when you try and do things with your voice. Now, question, why do people's voices crack at any certain point? Well, as you breathe in your natural voice, which is known as your chest voice, you breathe in and out with no blockage. Air flows in and out of the esophagus. But when you go to sing, the air is then blocked, okay, which causes a drastic change in airflow, which then causes a very noticeable sound difference or a crack. All right? Now, it's like we have 2 islands. A chest voice island, which is your natural speaking voice, and then we have a head voice island, which is high above your speaking voice. Now, in order to get back and forth between the two, we need to build a bridge. This is also called the middle or the mixed voice. All right? Now, building that bridge comes from doing the right vocal exercises, and once it's built, you can eliminate voice crack forever. Imagine that, no voice crack. Wow. Well, if you use the proper, natural, God-designed way for your body to breathe with no chest and shoulder movements, then you will have the best foundation to sing upon. And if you want to know the 4 exercises that will help you to dethrone the larynx, remember we have to stop him from standing, we got to get him to sit. So if you want to figure out how to dethrone that larynx, then you will have to tune in to my next video. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and happy breathing.